Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the Sonic Movie 2 figure collection pack by Jakks Pacific. So first things first, I'd like to tell a little story of how I got these guys. Yesterday, on the 1st of March, I just went to my local Target because I thought it would be cool to check out, and see if they had any Sonic figures. Of course, I wasn't successful in finding Rouge or Super Sonic, but I did find these figures. It was by chance too. It was a very, very lucky chance. I was walking out the store, but I noticed that there was a red cart, and it had a box with, movie Sonic on it. I'm like, okay, this is cool. So pulled one out, and it turns out it was the figure pack. So I asked the guy if I could buy it, and he's like, yeah, you can buy it. It's fine. They're just releasing anyway, so yeah, super lucky. So as you can see in this figure pack, we have Buzz Bomber, we have Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik, Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. And of course the box art, it's kind of generic. It's just got the first movie Sonic design, but it's okay. I'll give it a pass because we actually got some really cool looking figures. So let's not waste any more time and take them out of the package. And here they all are out of the package. I gotta say, for the scale, these guys look awesome. I believe they measure about 2.5 inches tall, which is about the same as the other Jakks Sonic minifigures, and that's absolutely fine by me. Now, with how they look aside, how do they fare in articulation? Let's start with Sonic, because, well, it's his movie. First things first, I really like the superhero sort of chest-proud pose he's got going on. And, of course, he's got all the quills in the right place, and, his shoes look awesome. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for looks. Articulation-wise, he's pretty much the same as all the other Sonics of this scale, with the, limited head swivel and rotating arms and legs. And, of course, you gotta have the swivel joints to boot. So, yeah, I mean, aside from the demonstration, that's pretty much it on this guy. Oh, yeah, one more thing. He actually stands great, so that's a plus. Now on to the next figure. Now listen, you can't have Sonic the Hedgehog 2 without Tails, but honestly, this is probably one of my least favorite figures of the set only because he can't stand very well. But I'll give him a plus because he looks awesome, and I think his articulation is fine, since it's just the same as the rest, plus the tails. So yeah, he's got the 360 head articulation, arms go up and down, they swivel like they should, same with his legs, although his legs don't go fully backwards because of his tails, and I feel like even if you moved it, upright, it would still kind of be limited, but you know what? I'll cut him some slack because he does look great, and of course every figure's gotta have their flaws. Now of course we're gonna move on to one of my favorite Sonic characters of all time, Knuckles the Echidna. He looks awesome. Definitely pretty accurate to how he looks in the movie from what we've seen so far. The only gripe I have right now is his mouth. As you can see, it's not printed on very well, so it kind of looks flat and very unexpressive, but I guess I'll give him some slack there. His head doesn't really move because of his dreadlocks. His arms are actually really well articulated. His dreads don't get in the way, and his legs are practically the same as the rest, so won't really go too much in depth about that. But yeah, I mean, aside from the lack of a real posing, like he could be in a punching pose, it's fine. I still like the figure for how it looks. There was only one problem with Tails, and the same could be said for this Buzz Bomber figure. So when I took him out of the package, his head just immediately popped off, and I was being careful too. So that tells you maybe they could have worked on this guy a little more, just in terms of keeping the head stuck on there, to where you can still move it, but it just won't pop off easily. He's got sort of this waist articulation, and the rocket thrusters don't move because of the soft plastic material they used, and he's got a clear stand, so he won't fall over all the time. But it does come out pretty easily, so be careful with that when you get him. So I mean, it's an okay figure. And of course, I saved the best for last, Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik. Design-wise, I think this is an excellent-looking Dr. Robotnik figure, especially because of how different he is compared to, modern Eggman, classic Eggman, Boom Eggman. It's so interesting to see a different take on this guy. So it's always welcome. So articulation-wise, he's very limited with his head because, of course, his coat is in the way, but that's fine. His arms are basically the same as everybody else. They swivel, go up and down, 360, boom. And his legs only go forward and back in a very limited fashion because of his coat. But that's okay with me. I think he looks awesome, especially for the scale. Now, every figure's got to have its flaws or corrections. So, for example, this Knuckles figure actually has the correct, like, metallic paint on the Lego brick thingies, while in the concept picture it shows the souls are the only ones that actually have that sort of silver painting. So, kudos to Jax for correcting that, because I think it looks better here. The same thing could be said for Tails, because I believe that having black souls actually makes it somewhat more detailed than just having plain white souls. Although I think maybe a gray would have been better, but, you know, we got what we got. Now, I will say there is one missed opportunity, and of course that goes to Buzz Bomber, because in the promotional image, he's more of a silver metallic-y color. Now, of course, it's probably not 100% accurate to how, like, all the Badniks look in the Sonic movie series, because they're more white than, you know, metallic-y silver, but I think that would have actually made it look better. I think it would have popped out more. But yeah, that's just my little review on these movie Sonic figures, and of course, I'm probably going to start doing this now. Let's actually go ahead and put these guys on the shelf and see how they look. This is definitely one of my favorite things to do when it comes to collecting Sonic figures, is just displaying them in the respective categories and just looking at all the progress I've made in the past couple of years. I've been purchasing and collecting figures, so yeah. That's going to do it for this video. I hope that you all enjoyed, and if you want to see more content like this, please sure to leave a like, maybe leave a comment, subscribe, recommend it to a friend, whatever you decide to do. So, whenever you decide to watch this video, day or night, I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed, and I hope that you all have a great day, and I hope that you all take care. Till next time, peace.